I am reviewing the 5 languages of appreciation. Every person has the main language of appreciation and the secondary language. My employees leave the job because they have found a highly paid job. And in 30 years, you will get a trip to Cancun. Hi, welcome to my channel. I am David Pereira. Today, I am starting a series of book reviews. I'd like to share with you the main insights of my favorite books. At the end of each video, you will know what you will learn from each book and how to apply in your scenario. Let's start with the first one. Today I am reviewing The 5 Languages of Appreciation by Gary Chapman and Paul White. And why is it important? It is important because many people leave their jobs because they don't feel appreciated. And who is this book for? For leaders who don't want to lose their employees. Let me start giving you the context of the problem. The main problem is that companies don't understand they have a problem because they say,
my employees leave the job because they have found a highly paid job and we cannot cover the offer.
They believe people leave because of money. Is that true? Gary Chapman and Paul White did the research and they understood that most people do not leave because of money, they leave because they don't feel appreciated. But companies can solve this problem without adding money. But the problem is, if you ask companies, do you appreciate your employees? They will say,
of course we do. We have an appreciation program. Every 2 years employees receive a certificate. And after 10 years, they will receive a bottle of wine in front of everyone and we will tell how they are important.
And if you are lucky to stay in the company for 30 years, then they will tell you,
in 30 years, you will get a trip to Cancun and then you will be fully appreciated. How can they not feel appreciated?
But that is the trick. Because appreciation differs from each person. In the book 5 Languages of Appreciation, the authors, they insist every person has the main language of appreciation and the secondary language. And there is one that you don't care at all. And the problem is, companies, they focus exclusively on one. And that will lead the employees eventually to disengage and then ultimately to leave the company. And companies think they are leaving because of money. That's not the case. So now, let's start getting to the main sides of the book. The most common language of appreciation is called words of appreciation. But here is the point. Words of appreciation doesn't mean that the company sends an email to everyone saying, we have achieved our quarterly goals. We are very proud of all of you. In this case, it doesn't mean anything because imagine the company has thousands of employees and everyone is reading the same. They will feel disconnected. They will feel too vague. But if their supervisor goes to them and say, you did a great job by standing up and sharing your insights. You help us get closer to our goal. Then they will say, my supervisor knows what he's talking about and I feel appreciated. Or when a colleague comes to you and gives you a feedback relevant to your work, then you will feel appreciated. And another aspect is, in Christmas, for example, people receive cards. But if this card is received without the name of the employee or written in a generic way, nobody will care. However, if it is handwritten by your supervisor or someone you care about, then you think this person dedicated the time to write something to me. So that is the point of words of appreciation. If you do that, it should be to the employee, and that should be done by the right person. What is a common problem? Some companies, they have some words they give to their employees. And there is an event every month or every quarter, and then the employees will go and stand in front of everyone and receive some words from the CEO. But they have no contact with the CEO. Those words will be meaningless and they will not connect. And on top of that, some people hate being in front of crowds and they will feel pressured. And if you want to appreciate them, and you can be sure they will not feel appreciated, they will feel pressured. And the second part is what is called the quality time. Most people have either quality time or words of appreciation as the primary language. And quality time means someone you care about will dedicate her time fully to you. What do I mean fully to you? The attention is undivided. For example, you were talking to your supervisor in a one-on-one section. The supervisor is all the time checking his mobile phone. He says, yes, I'm pretty busy. I need to check here if someone wants something. Sorry, I'm listening to you. You can keep talking. I'm listening. That is not quality time. In quality time, you expect the person to talk to you with their full attention. That is the most important part. And it's not only about work. Some people perceive quality time as something after work. For example, have a dinner with your coworkers or go and play bowling. But the main point is the quality time has to be fully dedicated to that moment. And that is how people feel appreciated, because then they feel part of something. They feel they are important. They feel they are relevant to the group, to the company. A common mistake about quality time is thinking that a company event twice a year is gonna solve that. A company event is no quality time. It's just a party. Quality time has to be something natural. It cannot be forced. For example,
let's have a team event and everyone is gonna play laser tag.
That can be interesting, but that is forced. It's the company bringing something. And quality time comes from the team. Great leaders understand how to give a quality time for their employees. And the third language of appreciation is called acts of service. And people who have these, either the primary or the secondary language of appreciation, will always give you hints. For example, have you ever seen a colleague who says, I'm feeling overwhelmed, I have a lot to do and I cannot finish that, and my supervisor is pressuring me, I have a tight deadline, I have no idea how I am going to finish that. This person is shouting, I need help. Can someone for God's sake help me? So that is what the person wants. The person wants someone to come and say, is there anything I could do to help you with? It can be the first moment the person, no, I have everything covered. But you should insist, because this person really needs help. The person might be reluctant to provide you something to help because can think, oh, I will need to teach and it will take longer. But a very simple act will help. And you should offer and be available for that. Acts of service, it is something that many people expect to receive, but they don't receive, and then they feel unappreciated. They feel their work is not important for their colleagues. They feel their colleagues don't care about them. The fourth language of appreciation is called tangible gifts. And what is the problem here? The problem is companies or leaders, they try to use tangible gifts as the solely way of appreciating employees. They may give something for Christmas or they may give something for birthday, but they don't give something employees care about. For example, for your birthday, if the company gives you a voucher of $50, what are you gonna do with that? You are gonna spend. But it's the easiest way of giving you something because it's just $50. And what is the point on that? A tangible gift has to be meaningful for the person who is receiving. Let's consider someone who is a sport lover. You know that person loves going to basketball games, for example. And then you understand when there is a game of the team this person is supporting and you give a ticket for that game. This is a way of showing tangible gift that you appreciated. You took the time to find what a person wants and what the person would enjoy. But if you give something like I started saying at the beginning of this video, after 10 years our employees get a bottle of wine and then they go to Cancun. Well, you don't even know if people want to drink wine. You don't even know if people want to go to Cancun. So you need to understand what is important for your people. And the last language of appreciation is called the physical touch. And this is one which is tricky because currently in COVID times, we cannot do that. And the touch means like, for example, the fist bump and also handshake and how you touch the person. For some people, it's very important to have that. If they don't have this, they don't feel connected to the others. They feel this distance. But for some people, the physical touch is what they don't want. They don't want anyone touching them. They feel invaded, and it can cause a problem. So the main point here of the 5 languages of appreciation is to be aware that people are different, and to be aware that people don't leave companies only because of the money. The money will be something, but what will start then a pursuit for next job, it is about not feeling appreciated. And if your people are not feeling appreciated, you will have a high turnover rate. The point is, as a great leader, you will find ways of appreciating your people. I really recommend reading this book. For me, it was inspiring and revealing. For years, I have worked as a product owner. And after reading this book, I could understand better how I should appreciate the others. It is about providing meaningful feedback and understand what is appreciation for each of the people who I work with. What is your opinion about appreciation? Do you feel appreciated? How do you see appreciation in your organization? Write down the comments. I would be curious about your perspective on it. And if you enjoyed this content, please hit the like button. And if you want more similar content, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.